Alright guys, Kefasi3 here, and welcome once again. You guys cannot believe it, but I will be doing my WWE Payback 2014 simulations. Simulations? No, predictions. I'll be doing my WWE Payback 2014 predictions. Yes, once again, for the third time this year, because first of all I did not do Elimination Chamber, I did not do Extreme Rules, and now I'm not doing WWE Payback. This week would have been the better week for well, this week is my week off college for half term. This week would have been a good week for me to do these simulations, but it's just one of those things where you say to yourself you want to do it, but you end up doing something else. And besides, I pretty much wanted to take some time off because I am planning to work on other projects. So yeah, and just say I will not stop doing these simulations because I do enjoy these a lot. Sure, they do become a little bit stale every now and again, but other than that, I do enjoy doing them because, you know, you never know what could happen in a simulation, like glitches and stuff. So yeah, and don't worry, because there is that defeat the streak, which I mentioned about many months ago, and I haven't been wanting to start it. I will be starting it very soon. Now, as you guys may know, today as I'm recording this, or well, 3 minutes, and it will be the 30th. The 29th, as I'm recording this, though a few minutes it will be the 30th, NXT TakeOver is going to be live on WWE Network. Now, as you guys may know, I did 3 out of 5 matches from NXT TakeOver. It was kind of out of nowhere. I just looked at the match card. I think, okay, I've got this superstar. You know, the created wrestlers, which I downloaded from Community Creations, and I think, oh, this may be good for a simulation pay-per-view thing. But I noticed 3 out of 5 matches, 2 matches I won't be able to do, because number 1, the NXT Tag Team title match with The Ascension versus El Loco and Kalisto, I believe that's his name. I would have to download those 4 Connor, Victor, El Loco, Kalisto, those 4 created superstars, but I didn't want to risk replacing some of the created superstars that I have on WWE 2K14 with the ones that I wanted to do for the simulation, so I took that out. Same goes with the NXT Women's Championship. I would have done it, but again, it's hard to decide which superstars I wanted to get rid of. So I would have to download Charlotte, but I just downloaded Bailey the other day, so there wasn't really no one else I wanted to download from Community Creations. But you know, I did those 3 matches, and I noticed before I was uploading that the camera was not fully zoomed in. I do apologise for some viewers that enjoy my simulations, but yeah, I didn't even realise. I hope this video, as you've seen that, it will probably be better than the one you see from the simulations. But yeah, this is my prediction video as I'm recording now. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't do those 2 matches. I did Adam Rose versus Camacho. I didn't really see the point why Adam Rose is in a match with Camacho from NXT, because, you know, Adam Rose, he's just made his WWE debut. I think Adam Rose should have been in the match with Jack Swagger, who's currently feuding with him at the moment. That should have been on the match card for Payback, but nothing has been said yet. Then we did Sami Zayn versus Tyler Breeze. That turned out to be a pretty good match. Tyler Breeze, I'm starting to play with him a lot now. Sami Zayn, I did once I downloaded him. I think I downloaded him about a month ago, because there was an updated version of him. So I downloaded Sami Zayn and played as him for a bit. But now I'm playing as I'm playing as Tyler Breeze a lot now, which is pretty interesting. And finally, I also did the NXT Championship match with Adrian Neville versus Tyson Kidd, and you know, like I said, I really wanted to see Adrian Neville retaining the title, which he did in the simulation. But we'll see what happens tonight if my predictions are true. So anyway, other than that, because I spent 5 minutes talking about NXT TakeOver instead of this, we're finally going to start my WWE Payback 2014 predictions. There are 6 matches on the card, 2 of them which were rumoured, like I said, Adam Rose versus Swagger, but we have not known anything yet. But if it did, I'll probably mention this one now. If it was Adam Rose versus Jack Swagger at Payback, my prediction will probably have to be Adam Rose, just because of, you know, he's just debuted. There's no point of him losing anyway. And I think Adam Rose has already been in 1 match, and that was probably with Damien Sandow, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not so sure. But Adam Rose's gimmick I kind of like, in my opinion. Especially, you know, with all this interfering he does in the matches. So that would be pretty interesting to see what happens if they actually have that match at Payback. Another one which was rumoured on the card, and people have been saying, oh, this is added to the card, because I looked on WrestleZone, and it said it was on the match card, but I looked on the website and it's not even there. I think they just announced it, you know, an hour before TakeOver. So Big E versus Rusev, if that is on the card. The predictions most likely is going to be Rusev because of his undefeated streak at this moment in time, and there's no point of Rusev just losing that already. So yeah, but anyway, we'll get on to the matches that we have on here. So match number 1, Hornswoggle versus El Torito, and this is the kickoff match. Whoever loses, if Hornswoggle loses, he would have to have his hair shaved. If El Torito loses, he will have to be unmasked. Now, I said this before, and I'll say it again, this is probably one of the stupidest, though it can be quite amusing, one of the stupidest but amusing kind of feuds that I've seen. I don't know what WWE were trying to do with this, because, you know, we saw this little Wii LC match with like the miniature tables, ladders and chairs, which is kind of interesting, I guess. So and besides, you know, Hornswoggle team up with 3MB, not really the best combination, because, you know, 3MB are so, you know, I don't think people really like 3MB, despite, you know, all, like when 2K14 first released, everyone was like showing off the characters, and everyone started to fight off, you know, members of 3MB, like they don't even like them at all, which is kind of funny. But 3MB is just like, they're not as good. I don't know why they teamed up in the first place, and their gimmick is just pretty stupid. But I don't know why Hornswoggle teamed up with them. El Torito, like I said, he won the Wii LC match thanks to Los Matadores. So for this match, I'm going to say El Torito winning this match, and Hornswoggle getting his hair shaved. If Hornswoggle was to win the match, it'll be quite interesting to see what El Torito actually looks like behind the mask. So there we go, that's El Torito for my prediction. Next match, we have Paige versus Alicia Fox. Wow, Alicia Fox with all those stupid, crazy things after the match, just like going up to the commentators, being all crazy, drinking beer, like we saw on the episode of Raw, pretty crazy. But I really don't see Alicia Fox winning the title, because, you know, Paige, she's just won it after WrestleMania. I don't really see Paige losing the title already. So I'll just have to say Paige on this one, even though she, you know, I do actually like Paige, you know, ever since she's just come in WWE, winning the Divas title. She's had a good run. Extreme Rules match, Extreme Rules match. What the match for Extreme Rules, which Paige faced Tamina. That was pretty interesting to see. So can't wait to see what happens in this match. And this is the only match that I'm excited for, in my opinion, because all the others on the card, I don't really care a lot about this, but we'll have to see. Excuse me, we'll have to see what happens. So my prediction is Paige winning and retaining the Divas title. Next up we have Bad News Barrett versus Rob Van Dam. Now Rob Van Dam won a beat the clock challenge. So RVD gets to face Bad News Barrett for the Intercontinental title at Payback, and Bad News Barrett winning the title from Big E at Extreme Rules. So there we go. That's something I actually like. Bad News Barrett becoming the Intercontinental Champion again for the 4th time now. So yeah, I'm pretty much got to say Bad News Barrett retaining, because you know he's just become champion. I don't really see Barrett losing, because Barrett's been on quite a good run. RVD, he's been in and out of action, you know, because he returned to Money in the Bank last year. He had some time off, and now he's just returned back to he had that it was in the Royal Rumble match, I believe, and then he just come back after WrestleMania or something. So I got to say Bad News Barrett for winning for this. Now next up we have the United States title on line. Sheamus, who won the 20-man over Battle Royal over the top rope the night after Extreme Rules. So there we go. We finally have a new United States champion, which is Sheamus, who will be putting the title on the line against Cesaro. Sheamus and Cesaro, they've been in a few matches here and there, pretty interesting. Pretty like to see how this goes. You know, Cesaro now being the new Paul Heyman guy, being the King of Swing. Sheamus, yeah, we've said this before when Sheamus was the United States champion. He's not really from the United States. I think this is what I would think that WWE might actually do. For those that do not live in the United States or come from the United States, for those who won the United States Championship like Sheamus, they should not have the United States title. They should be given the European title instead. Same with Cesaro here. I think the United States Championship should only be for those who come from the United States. For those who live like from Europe, so on and so forth, they should be given the European Championship. So that's just my take. Just let me know what you think about that. So Sheamus vs Cesaro. We all know that Paul Heyman's going to be at ringside anyway. So who knows? There could be some distractions from Heyman. So I would probably have to say that Cesaro picking up the win for this and becoming United States champion for the 2nd time. In my opinion, I do actually like Cesaro for what he does. You know, him just doing the neutralizer to people like Carly, The Big Show, Mark Henry, that's just amazes me. I'm quite impressed for what Cesaro does. Sheamus, just with his usual bro kick, Sheamus just returned this year, being in the Royal Rumble. Hasn't really been doing much. He's been feuding with Del Rio, so I would have thought that it will be Sheamus versus Del Rio for this match, but it proves that I was wrong. So we have Cesaro instead. So like I said, I do think that Sheamus is going to be distracted by Heyman, allowing Cesaro to pick up the win and become a United States champion. So I would have to say Cesaro for this one. Now next up, for the 3rd time now, because it's been WrestleMania, Extreme Rules, and now Payback. The stipulation being a last man standing match. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Wow, okay. Cena defeating Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. The match at Extreme Rules, that was completely ridiculous. And Bray Wyatt winning. And now we have this match at Payback. So, what's it going to be? Who is going to... You know, it's like they're trying to do a best of 5 series thing all over again. So it's 1-1 at the moment. So who's going to be 2-1? This is a feud that really has to end, and the Wyatts has to end this at Payback and just move on to someone else. Probably Big E, probably someone like, I don't know, because they've already done it to R-Truth, they've done it to Daniel Bryan, they've done it to CM Punk, and then Cena. I do actually see them moving on to probably someone like Randy Orton or something. I don't know. So Bray Wyatt versus John Cena, and we all know this. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper are going to interfere in the match, though I do see the Usos, because they've been teamed up with Cena, the Usos could interfere in this match too. Anything goes. So, and it was also rumoured that there could be a WWE Tag Team title match at Payback, but we don't know yet. I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but it was supposed to be like Tag Team title match, the Usos versus Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. I don't know. But yeah, this feud really has to end. If it just keeps on going, I'm just saying, oh, this is just getting ridiculous now, and won't be interested in this feud ever again, because, you know, this is just getting ridiculous now. They've been at this since, what, March now, and we're, you know, and this pay-per-view takes place in June 1st. Anyway, so for this match, I'm just going to say Cena for picking up the win, because I think what it's going to be, the Wyatts attack Cena, then the Usos are going to come out of nowhere and have like a little brawl. You know, the Usos, and then you got Rowan and Harper doing some business, which just leads to Cena defeating Wyatt. So I'm probably going to say Cena for winning this. This just has to end. So, like I said, Cena picking up the win. This feud really has to end, and the Wyatts have to move on to somebody else. And finally, the last match on the cards. This is a rematch from... Whoops, what have I done? This is a rematch from Extreme Rules, because one team has defeated the team that's just got back together. The Shield versus Evolution. The Shield defeats Evolution at Extreme Rules. I don't really see why they're actually having a rematch. So, now, I really wasn't paying attention to this at all. We all liked the Shield. I don't really like this kind of thing where Evolution just got back together. And as we all know, that Batista's probably going to be leaving after Payback just to promote his Guardians of the Galaxy movie. So, easy said than done. I have to say the Shield's defeating Evolution. Either Batista could just walk out on Triple H and Orton, just leaving them there, and who knows. But we have to see what happens. So I'm just going to say Shield for winning the match. Enough said. I don't really like this thing with Evolution getting back together. I don't really see why they did it in the first place. But, yeah, what are you going to do? And that is it. That is my WWE Payback 2014 predictions. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to put your predictions in the comment section below. And stay tuned. I will be doing some simulation or probably defeat the streak matches on 2K14 soon. Just stay tuned. And yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Like I said, put your predictions down below, and I'll see you for my next video. See ya.